other half is actually trash. So I've heard a lot of racket with the back and forth, but I haven't heard a spoken word poet or rapper on this campus that can sit match with me. It's kind of sad actually, but a reality when you're working for your people to be their own masters, because waiting for the crumbs from someone else's tables for the birds. This is an enlightened nerd learning to speak with swagger. I'm a young modern Dr. Du-Bois effortlessly switching between the Anglo and African American vernacular, because society's double standards forces black people to be nothing short of spectacular. So I'm fixing my diction to be on an unprecedented wave with the way that I'm paving, and I'm not really shocked by and dismayed by the shots that you're taking, because the shots you take end up looking like product placement, like you're like pushing a pretty toxic form of McDonald's until I end up dead. But the campus is hungering for something real, so February 16th, the UF Alphas are gonna make sure y'all get fed, and I'm certain that there are people in the audience that are gonna be mad because I'm having fun while the pen is working, but TS stands for the stand. I said that there are certain people in here that might be mad because I'm having fun while the pen is working, but TS stands for the standard in the stroller, so excuse me. I had to wipe me down because you already know what we about to be serving, but pride aside. I consider y'all all to be my kinfolk, so I'm happy that the spoken word piece wasn't even the main event, it was just the intro. So, I understand that was a lot to say in an intro, but for those of y'all who don't know who I am, my name is Oliver Telusma. I'm a fourth year graduating senior this May, and I'm a spoken word. Hey, it's been a long time coming, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. Right now, I'm spitting game to the latest iteration of UF's finest. It's not a backdoor compliment. You don't get points for trying like Steph Curry shooting a game-winning 3 in Game 7 in the finals. I love how she never waited for the fake brothers who came around, because she knew she was worth more than the male gaze of white frat boys who might stare her down, or the male gaze of black frat boys who might stare her down. People who who can see when she walks in the room but don't understand that heavy is the head that wears the natural crown. She said that my mouth works fast, but my mind works faster. So understand that her curls, her skin, her hair, her lips are more than a mix between slaves or maybe slave and slave master. She's an amazing black woman, and what Atlas holds up the earth for a while. Dumb people wait until they're drunk assignments to ask them to twerk more. They just don't get it. They will, yeah, I know y'all have that experience. I said, they don't get it. They will never get it. You don't even need to be in the room. Just one look and you change perspectives. That's your gift to the world, black woman. And trust me, you gonna bless plenty, because niggas love to come, but we never seem to come ready. So.
I hate you.
Look. I said, brothers love to come, but we never seem to come ready. But shooters shoot, and if you're not gonna try, then you're gonna fail. And low key, I'm loving this ill-advised choice to leave another piece in her voicemail, but low key. I know she's tired of brothers singing sweet nothings in her ear and waxing poetic. I'm talking about people who can't catch a hit or trip trying to hit but always miss the message. That thought is not lost on me. I know her life isn't always some gripping drama. Some days are just good morning text from mama, Chick-fil-A, and stacking commas. It's not the devil, but heaven that's in the details. That's why she gets excited when I say that she looks like both her mom, her father, and her mother, or when I can guess her zodiac sign, or I can guess her favorite color. Heaven is in the details. Heaven is in the details. Her perspective on the world is wonderful, so with a smile that can move retail. I love how she doesn't tolerate men that reduce women to the word female, because Mama and Malcolm told me by any means necessary we had to prevail, and failing black women frankly means that we fail. Heaven is in the details. Heaven is in the details. Heaven is in the details. You know, I might mess around and make this Lucy thing a trilogy or 8 pieces long, but low-key I'm just gonna rock myself to sleep reading sobering Shakespearean soliloquies, or at least take care Drake, because for light skins it's the same difference. The worst part about this Lucy series is that she's hearing me speak, but I don't get to listen. The tragedy of a young poet knowing that I write about the forbidden, but I'm blessed being a child of God. I hope that this poem is forgiven. Once again, my name is Oliver Telusma. Thank you. a bunch of handshakes for the fakes, but that really needs to stop. Like, why do we pretend that we're really progressive when we're really not? We live in a society that empowers police to take the lives of Sandra Bland and Walter Scott, so we have to acknowledge that some of these political leaders are falling off. I mean, women of color are speaking the truth and protesting, and you're telling them to knock it off. I guess they want a civil rights movement to make a profit off, like, for example, using the humanity of the undocumented to jockey for political position, like going from city to city, facing ICE checkpoints isn't a life or death mission, or the idea that some of the nation's most brightest minds aren't in fields or doing dishes, but Donald Trump sticks to the drive-thru because he doesn't want that heat in the kitchen. So that's nationally. I understand that we also have some challenges here because while yes, black bodies are dying with police officers behind the trigger, there are drunk white folk in Midtown that are dying to call me a real nig. I said, y'all know.
What'd you say?
I said that while yes, there are black bodies that are dying with police officers behind the trigger, there are drunk white folk in Midtown that are dying to call me a real nig. Come on. Some of y'all are shook to hear the N-word in a place like this. Like UF ain't never discriminated against a face like this. Like we didn't have to agitate or shake to make a change like this. I mean, even the irony in celebrating MLK in a building named after a racist is made worse because of... I said... I'm gonna back it up. Y'all are shook to hear the M-word in a place like this? Like UF ain't never discriminated against a face like this? Like we didn't have to agitate and shake to see a change like this? I mean, even the irony in celebrating MLK in a building named after a racist is made worse because our campus's biggest faces never want to say shh. It's like given a little bit of power, they don't know how to act though, but word to Dr. Dubois, my soul is that of black folk poking holes in their arguments to make it weaker than a straw man. It's like furniture from IKEA because the system, institutions love to celebrate dead revolutionaries that can't produce new ideas, so you can see why a lot of people don't want to be woke in a society that kills our leaders. You can see why they think that we're a joke, but to tell you the truth, I'm just going to leave the end of the piece open in hopes that things don't stay the same, that not just me, but you make a change. So that's two. So that's to the end, the last piece before I get out your hair.